going out there, guys. So, Jungle Bob here, and no, I am not LMD, the lawnmower detective. I'm Jungle Bob Repair. But LMD, that's an acronym for the lawnmower detective, and we're going to be talking about an acronym today. And the acronym is ACR. What does ACR mean in small engines? It stands for automatic compression release. And I'm going to show you the Wikipedia definition of an ACR. I'm going to show you a little bit about that, and we'll talk about ACRs. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We'll get right into it. Sorry for the noise, I'm going to talk loud. So, you know, I was working on that Briggs engine, the single cylinder. We've got the sump cleaned up. We've got the inside cleaned up. You know, it had the broken ACR on the camshaft. And so we're getting ready to put it back together. But I just want to talk about the ACR part of it now. I'm not going to show you how to put the engine back together. You can go see that somewhere else. I've got a video, I think I've done a couple. But what I wanted to explain to some of my customers don't understand when I tell them the ACR is broken. So just stay tuned, we're going to get into that. Get on to the next clip anyway. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so ACRs. This is the old cam that came out of it. And there's nothing up here. Y'all saw me on the previous video fish out the parts out of the bottom of the sump that went here. This is what a new one looks like. You know, it's still got this thing. It's spring loaded. It's a spring action mechanism. And what it does is when it's turning around, when the crankshaft is spinning, when you're starting your engine, this is spinning around, and this little piece right there is kind of sideways. It sticks out about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, if that much. And when it hits that tappet, it kind of makes the intake valve just bump just a little bit, enough to let off enough pressure to, you know, let it keep spinning around, and then the cam lobe will hit that tappet, and we have ignition at top dead center, and the engine should fire over. And once it gets going, this thing will stay out based on the centrifugal force, and you see how it's all flush now if it's all the way open. But I really did this video because I have a lot of customers when I tell them, especially on these Briggs engines, about ACR is bad. What's an ACR? Then I've got to explain it to them and tell them, and I don't know how to demonstrate how it works in live, in person. I'm sure there's other videos out there, but just for my customers, I wanted to at least kind of show them what I'm talking about. But once this breaks and it falls down into the bottom of the crankshaft, in the bottom of the sump cover in the engine, in the crankcase, you know, you're lucky if you're able to get it going again by doing it. You know, everybody says, well, you can just put your hand over the air filter thing, get it going and crank. Well, that's all fine and well. But if you're having to do that, just remember all these little chunks of metal are floating around in that crankcase, and if they get in the wrong place, you've done blown up your whole engine. You know, you done messed it up. Luckily, this guy, he didn't have any major problems. He didn't know that trick. But yeah, they can show you how to crank them like that. And a lot of times this metal will settle on the bottom, but like it'll get caught under that counterweight, and it just wreaks havoc on the crankcase, and then you've got to put a new engine in it at that point. So anyway, I hope this helps some of my customers that have this problem, and maybe anybody that didn't know. So anyway, y'all please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell if you hadn't, and I'll see you on the next one. Jungle Bob out.